and girls, it's Know It Time! Know It Time!
So let's start with today's lesson. Today I'm going to teach you a brand new chapter called Polynomials. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. Polynomials. Now, a lot of you did polynomials already in grade 9, except you didn't really understand what it was. A polynomial has this form. Okay. It starts with, let's say, an a. It has an x. Okay. It may have an n. Plus, maybe you have a b, and this is an x. And maybe this is an n minus 1. Okay. Plus, maybe you have a c, x, n minus 2, plus dot dot dot. And finally, you have a lone d. Now, for a polynomial to exist, I'm going to write a few things down. A, b, c, really, are coefficients. Coefficients. And the crucial thing about this is they are, actually, I'm not going to, I will add it more later. N, put a star beside n. This is your exponent. And the key about exponents is this. They are whole numbers. You can't not have a fraction. It has to be a whole number. Okay. That is a polynomial. I can start with the most basic one. Y equals to x. Because I'm missing an exponent and I have a coefficient. If I have y equals to x, that's all you're given. Fill in the yellow box and fill in the blue box. This is as simple as you get. One here, one here. And notice it satisfies my criteria. These are whole numbers. Okay. Next thing, we're going to draw a little shape to show you what it is. And I'm going to introduce more terms for you. Y equals to x. If I look at y equals to x, this is going to be from grade 10 material. I want to test your grade 10 material out. Gerline, what shape is that? What's your y-intercept? What's your slope? It's correct. This is a line. We're going to draw this. We're going to write down this y-intercept is 1. Slope is equal to 1. In case you're lost, remember in grade 10, your teacher taught you y equals to mx plus b. Okay? Whoa. 0. Whoa, I'm testing you guys. Good job. You're awake. Okay? So that's why. Now, there's one new thing I'm going to teach you. The new word I'm going to teach you today is something called end behavior. Your end behavior. The key about end behavior, which means this. Describe the path of your graph from left to right. From left to right. That's what end behavior represents. It means describe the path of your graph from left to right. Divya, you're up. What quadrant are you starting from if you go from left to right? What quadrant are you ending with? So we're going to say this, quad 3 to quad 1. That's called end behavior. Okay. Next thing, number, I'm going to say max number of x-intercept. If I look at a line, Prince, what's the maximum number of x-intercepts you can have? Just for this one. It's just a simple line like this. Nothing fancy. Yep, max number. Just I have y equals to, let's say, 3x. What's the max number of x-intercepts you can have? 1. Because I just want to keep it simple. I'm not talking about horizontal lines or anything. So I'm going to write down 1. Okay. So these are basic facts you learn. In grade 10, actually grade 11, your teacher made it a bit more challenging. Y equals to, I'm going to be a bit tricky, x minus 3 squared plus 2. Notice one thing. I have a coefficient now. The coefficient is 2. Jordan, what shape is this? What shape is this, Jordan? It's a parabola. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Interesting. See, a lot of you look at this and say, why is this a polynomial? Here's the reason why. I want you to expand this out for me, please. Because I said a polynomial must be in the form of ax plus bx plus c. But the problem is, this is not in that form. So if you want to know, let's expand this out to see what the original form looks like. So this is going to be x squared minus 6x. Because I used a shortcut technique I taught you. And I hope you got this right. Plus 11. So now, see, it's a polynomial. There's one more vocab I forgot to teach you, and it's called the degree. The degree is your highest exponent. Patricia, what degree is this? Tanvir, show her how it's done. What degree is this? 2 is correct. Degree, remember, is the highest exponent. Okay, so let's write a few things down. Degree is your highest exponent. So, which is, this is called a degree of 2. And I walked around and I want to see who remembers grade 11 stuff, starting with the vertex. Divya, what's your vertex? Actually, I asked you already. Prince, what's your vertex, Prince? Positive 2 and? 3 is correct. Go to positive 3 and put 2. I'm going to say somewhere around here. Maybe keep it simple. Vicky, is a parabola facing up or down? Up. So here's a parabola facing up. Technically, it should have gone like this. There we go. Jessica, what's your end behavior going to be? End behavior. Okay. End behavior is reading from left to right all the time. What quadrant? 1 to 2? 2 to 1, because you got to read this way, remember? It's left to right. So it'll be 2 to 1. And that's all we're going to do today. There's no math, it's just analyzing graph. Okay. Very simple. Keep it simple. And notice this one has no x-intercept. I'm going to ask you, what is the max number of x-intercepts you can have for a parabola? Okay. Amrit, what's your max number of x-intercepts? 2 is correct. Because a parabola can have a maximum of 2 x-intercepts only. That was easy. There's no challenge to this. Grade 12. Here comes the fun part. Y equals to x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 6. The question is, what the heck does this shape look like? I'm going to pause it. See, if I were to graph this on a TI-83, which a lot of you did, and some of your shape looks something, again, I was going to draw a rough sketch. Something like that, maybe. It's just a rough sketch. What I want you to focus on is the shape. Notice one thing. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Write down the degree. Okay. Write down the end behavior. behavior. I want you to write down this. Max number of x-intercepts possible. Okay. What about the min number of x-intercepts? Answer these questions now. This is all about understanding what a polynomial graph looks like. This is called a cubic function. So, by the way, this is a cubic graph. Dominique, what's your degree going to be? 3 is correct. Hartaj, end behavior. 3 to 1 is also correct. Danish, max number of x-intercepts. You can have a maximum number of 3 intercepts, which is correct. Tanvir, what about your minimum number of x-intercepts? 1 is correct. Hi, question. How do you know what maximum number of x-intercepts? Imagine if you were to draw this out. How many times would this line cross in any way you want? Because I can draw it out like this. Uh-oh. See, I can draw a line. Agree? Notice the shape. You have 1. You can't have any more than using the exact same shape. And notice the shape. 3 is shaped like an N. Okay. Seriously, shaped like an N. The next one. What do you think? Oh, trust me, you need to know that. Here's another one. I'm going to teach you one more word today. This is called turning points, which is how many turning points are there? Turning points, just like the name implies, means how many times. Actually, I'll show you that in 1 second, but I will go over turning points with you in 1 second. I want to move on first. Y equals to x to the power 4 plus x cubed plus 2x squared minus 1. What shape is it going to be this time? Okay. I want you to go ahead, graph it on your TI-83 and tell me the shape. And then I'm going to ask you to answer all these questions. Degree, and let's see who can figure out the pattern. Degree, end behavior. In Math 12, you only go up to 4th power. In university, guess what power they make you do? They do n power, any power they want. And you got to figure out the pattern. Let's see who can figure out the pattern to this. Max number of x-intercept. Min number. And I'll go over turning points in 1 second. Okay. Let's see who can figure. Hang on. I'm going to modify this a bit because the shape is not what it's not going to be what I want. So let's cross this out. I'm going to want to modify this a bit. Let's use this one. x4 plus 5x cubed plus 5x squared minus 5x minus 6. Now, I want you to use your TI-83. Give me your degree, end behavior, max number, x-intercept, min number, and then I'll go over turning points with you in 1 second. I walked around, and most of you have this on your calculator. You have something like this. It goes down, up, down, up. And now we're going to answer all these questions. Avnash, what's your degree going to be? 4 is correct. Angelica, what's your end behavior going to be? Quadrant, sorry? 4? 4 is not correct. I'm starting from this quadrant right here. 2, 2, 1 is correct. Quad 2, 2, 1. Okay. You always read it from left to right, remember. Quad 2 to 1. Vicky, maximum number of x-intercepts. 5? 4. You can't have 5. 1, 2, 4. Finally, min number of x-intercepts. Manraj, what's the minimum number of x-intercepts you can have? 4? Nope, you can have smaller than 4. 0. I want you to draw a graph with 0 x-intercepts right now without me showing you what it looks like. And it has to have the same shape. So what would that look like with no x-intercepts? Exactly correct. See, I can draw the rough shape, shift it up a bit, and look at this. And there is no x-intercepts. So this is 0. Sorry? Nope. Look at the line. And look at this one. Doesn't matter if you shift up or down, you still have 1 minimum. Okay. Whereas this, now I'm going to teach you something called turning points. Turning points is the point where it changes direction. They're going to ask you number turning points. So when you put a dots right here, 1. And look, it changes directions right here, 2. So therefore, this one has 2 turning points because it changes direction right there. 1, 2. 2 turning points. This one, figure out how many turning points it have. 3 turning points. There's going to be 3 because there's 3 points where it changes direction. Without using your calculator, let's see if you can figure out the pattern to this now. But before I teach you, we're going to write down something. Let's write this down. No is one sentence will either make you or break you on the test. Is a positive winner. No, not wiener. Winner. Winner. Sergeant, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
One sentence that will either make you or break you on test. Here's my little trick. Positive. If it's positive, what shape is going to be? It's going to look like an N. And it's also going to look like a W. Look at this. See, look at the 4th degree. 4th degree looks like a W. And it's positive. Because they're going to ask you this. Predict a rough sketch for y equals to 3x squared minus 4x minus 3x cubed plus 6. What shape is going to be? M? M? It's an upside down N. Here's the reason why. I look at the highest degree. The highest degree is a 3. So I know it's going to be a cubic function. Okay? Because that's what degree is. It's going to be an N shape. But because there's a negative sign right here, I know my graph will look like an upside down N. So I want you to just draw a rough sketch. What do you think this look like? And then you can actually graph it right now and see if it matches. I'm going to predict. I have no ideas yet, but I know it's going to look like an upside down N. Okay. That's my prediction. Because based on what I've taught you, this is going to be cube. This is negative. It's not a positive winner anymore. I want you to graph it in your TI-83 and see if my prediction matches your shape. Again, here's my question to you. Y equals to x to the power of 5 this time. No. Without using your calculator. No calculators allowed this time. Using all the tricks and patterns, because everything is based on pattern. I want you to go ahead and draw a rough sketch right now. That's all you're given. Just draw a rough sketch. Exponent 4. Then I want you to tell me degree. I want you to tell me max number of intercepts. Min. I want you to tell me, what else can I do? End behavior. Okay. Behavior. I'm going to pause it. Here's the trick. They won't figure out the trick yet. If I have 5, Amit, what's the max number of x-intercepts you can have? 5. I'm going to leave min for a bit. Degree is going to be 5. The question is, what does the shape look like? I want you to look at the odd exponents. In odd exponents, it starts down here, and it just changes direction. So the question is, how many turning points? And Devesh, how many turning points do you have for this one? You have 4 turning points. Draw a graph with 4 turning points. Up, down. See, that's a cube. 4, and then 5. Okay. Graph is on your TI-83 right now. See if it matches up. Oh, whoa, you don't have that? Oh, the graphing calculator is a bit odd. Odd. Oh, no. Okay. The reason that your graphing calculator didn't show this is because I'm going to add a few more, then you're going to see it. If I go 3x4 minus 5x cubed minus 15x squared plus 4x plus 12. When you graph it now, it's going to look something very similar to it. Okay? Only difference is I didn't show that because I only wanted you to focus on the 5th degree.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, plus 4x. Voila. And you can use this pattern up to as many degrees as you want. If it's an even one, okay, so go ahead, graph it. You should have something that looks something similar to that. Okay. Number of turning points is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was one less than degree. So once I look at polynomial, I can tell you everything about it just by looking at it. I can have a picture in my head. I want you guys to picture this in your head. Y equals to 3x4 minus 5x cubed plus 6x6 minus 5x5 plus 1. What do you think the picture looks like? How many turning points? Max number. Oh, by the way, I forgot to do one thing. Minimum number of x-intercepts. Patricia, what do you have? Minimum. 1 is correct.
So every odd one is 1 and every even one is 0?
Yep. Go through the whole process again. Go. In universities, they normally focus on the 7th power. This is only the 6th power. I'm going to pause it. Shh, guys. Danish, let's start. I need to know degree, Danish. Degree is 6. Gary, end behavior. End behavior 43? No. 2 to 1 is correct. End behavior should be 2 to 1. Okay, I don't even need that TI-83 for this because I'm looking for patterns now. Max number of x-intercepts. Dominique, max number of x-intercepts. 6. Okay, again, I don't need to know the graph because I've pictured this in my head already. Pawin, what's your minimum number of x-intercepts? 0. Voila. Okay. Number of turning points is going to be 5. Turning points, that's going to be 5. So really, the key for polynomial is we focus on the exponent. That one number tells you everything. That's it. I don't need my TI for take that, I can throw in garbage because I can picture it in my head.
Yeah.
Not for this one because this one's not going to look the way I want. But it's going to have this properties because it's not going to be the way I picture in my head. It's because it's not going to look like you can't see the shapes really well on there.
What would you think it is?
It's going to be.
Really messed up.
It's going to be. It's not like it should start something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically, it should look something like that. That's a general standard shape of it. Now, I can manipulate this shape as long as it has some form of that. Okay? Question? Imagine if negative, you take this, you flip it upside down. Yes. Question?
So if it's odd, then it will do it 1.
Yep. Odds, you start from 3 to 1. Yep. Okay.
So will the exponent ever be negative?
Exponent? No, it has to be positive.
No, but like, will that be like,
No. Your work. Pause it. That's it. 114.
no super no?
Too easy. There's nothing here.
Usually give everyone one card. Like,
Oh please, oh please, oh please. Let's see if I can think of one challenging one for you in a second. Pause 114 numero. 1. 1 to 7. And like I said, polynomials is all about understanding shapes. Very little calculation. Your calculation starts tomorrow. Prince, question. Minimum number of points. If it's an even exponent, then the minimum will always be 0. Okay? If it's even. Odd, then be 1. Yep. Oh yeah, I'm going to do that. That